event centers, but the BYOB and, you know, regulations, what kind of regulations, how, I won't say govern, but how we make sure people, keep their senses about them and be respectful and safety concerns.
Yeah.
So we good
Yeah,
with looking for
yeah.
moving into a moratorium. And moratorium, even if we put a year, we can always come back at once, because you know Brenda works fast.
If we get it done early, we can cancel the moratorium. If we need a little bit more time because the election goes crazy, then we can add more time.
Well, that's what we did on the infrastructure part.
Yeah.
We would put a stop on everything until we were.
I just feel like it's
confident.
best to get ahead of it so that we're not in a place where we're having issues because we don't have any regulations out there.
Well, could you give us some examples where we would need this? What, like gatherings, like for
Restaurants.
instance?
There have been restaurants in other areas surrounding the city of Jacksonville that have allowed people that don't sell alcohol, but have allowed people to bring alcohol in and then eat at their restaurant. And then you also have event centers that sometimes they'll allow somebody to have an event and bring their own alcohol in. I feel like instead of having issues, I was told that Anniston is in a pickle right now because of BYOB. I know the city of Piedmont has already done something. I just felt like since we haven't had it here yet that we know of, that it was best to get ahead of it. And I brought it to Tony, and Tony thought the same thing, that we should get ahead of it. And the best way to do that so that we're making sure that we're following all the regulations, we have everybody involved that needs to be involved, giving us time to get that ordinance together is better than just trying to throw something out there and then saying, oh, well, we forgot this, or, oh, well, that's probably not the right thing that we should do.
Well, would it not protect the owner of the business that the people are coming in there to, in a way that if we've got rules for the city, they always blame us because we're the ones that put it in there, but it'll protect them in case something bad happens or whatever?
You would think so.
And this is, correct me if I'm wrong, this is not putting any stress on any businesses that's already in plans or about to start. I think the business here on the square has already got their liquor license, or they're working with the state to kind of find how they will receive their alcohol.
The Roost. I'm not sure because I was out last week, I'm not sure where that process is going, but I do believe that they're planning on outsourcing with somebody who does have a liquor license. They're probably going to be going through all the right processes where it's not going to be BYOB at the moment.
Sure. I want to make sure everyone was clear that we're not trying to keep any particular business from coming to town. We just want to make sure we'll be able to correct it if something does go wrong. Chief, you familiar with what we're talking about?
Just a little weird, sir.
I know there's a restaurant in Rainbow City, Rainbow City area that a very good restaurant that allows that. I've always wondered how they get away with that, you know, insurance wise, and being able to protecting the citizens there that people bring their own. As long as we have something in place. So I guess you'll be working with chiefs on that. We good? Good. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you for bringing it to our attention also. Item C is the 2025 back to school sales tax holiday.
I know you're out of school yet. In the past, we've always done this. To me,
Is that still going August?
yeah.
It's July 18th to the 20th. They have to have our opinion by
I say I'm good with it.
Me too.
I think it helps.
Yes, it does.
And, you know, we've done our research, and as far as revenues, loss of revenues is minimal when we do allow that. I think the purchases override the loss of revenues. Yeah. All right, next item D, Eastwood Community Safe Room Plans. Josh?
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
See each one of y'all. The safe room, the drawings have come back. You all should have a copy of those drawings. We have sent them to the engineer. Everything's been approved. Anything we had issues with, they fixed, and it's getting close to being ready to put out for bids. Just get y'all's approval on these drawings.
Well, from what I saw, nothing's changed from the
The
last
only-
time we met.
He's gonna put a couple things in there. The parking with it being a storm shelter, according to our, what the federal regulation sent us, they actually don't have to be designed parking area except for the handicap, the ADA. The other parking is just, I mean, it's a storm shelter, basically. So if we have to cut some, that would be one of the places that we could cut. He's gonna try to find other places that we may be able to. We just gotta meet all the standards that,
The feds.
gave us.
Okay.
Is that on the list to vote on tonight? Or what do we gotta do to get it in when we can bid it?
Are we still waiting on something else? They're not final, are they? Are
Yeah,
they
those are final.
They are final.
Those are final. Just need y'all's approval to,
If it's on the
I don't
agenda,
think you need approval, we've never like,
we'll have to approve the bid.
if
yeah,
the,
so they just,
project is already approved.
basically, as long as y'all give us your blessing, we'll go ahead.
Okay.
So-
We'll continue on.
I say, my point is, I say go with it. I don't. It means anything. Cause before the prices go up again, before they even bid it.
You okay with moving forward
Yes,
with this?
Yes, we need it.
Thank you, Josh. Is there any other business that want to come before the council during this work session time?
No,
Talking about bids and bid process, Chief, I put you on the spot. We're weeks away from the pavilion going out for bid.
It's already went out, it's supposed to, we're supposed to open bids on May the 23rd.
May 23rd.
Thank you for that. I know you're tired of me asking you. Is there anything else? If not, we'll move on into our actual council meeting section of this with item 7, the adoption of the minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion carries. Item 8 is the adoption of the agenda. Do we have any, I know we have one change at least.
To the main agenda, add item 18A, consider action to approve the employment of the following: Riley Best Woodruff, part-time public safety communications officer, range 12, effective upon compliance with ordinance number 273 due to the resignation of Madeline Lovell. Amend to the main agenda, item number 28, consider action to adjourn into an executive session under the provisions of the Code of Alabama, section 36-25A-7A7, to discuss matters of economic development. And to the consent agenda, add item number 21, purchases over $7,500. Number 4, general, A, $27,344.94 to Municipal Workers' Compensation Fund Incorporated for final audit billing.
Thank you, ma'am. Motion to accept the agenda as
So
amended.
moved. Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion carries. Okay, item 9 is your opportunity to address the council on any agenda item. If you wish to address the council on anything that's currently on the agenda, please come up to the podium, state your name and address, and make sure you sign the paper before you leave. Seeing no one come forward, we'll move on to item 10.
Consider action to accept the Planning Commission report regarding the request of Steve Seawack regarding the vacation and relocation of the right-of-way located between 1612 7th Avenue Northeast and 1702 7th Avenue Northeast, and schedule a public hearing on May 27th, 2025 at 6 p.m. for same.
All right, do I have a motion?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
The motion second. Any discussion? Any questions?
Yes.
Okay. We have Josh in the back row that said he'd be more than willing to answer questions.
Okay, Mr. Josh. A lot of my constituents on that street have voiced their concerns, and the property value, is that gonna affect by doing the things that he wants to do?
The lot we're looking at right there, it should not affect that, because you still got a buildable lot for the Northern Wood Estates that have been there, so that won't affect that. As far as the subdivision, the future, I don't know about that, so this is all we got right now, so vacation and relocation of that, easement from one side of the property to the other.
sorry?
County property?
Yeah, well, I mean, if he wants to go further about the actual
Yes.
property is currently,
The property behind that's actually county property, so really, it could be whatever. So at that point, with this easement being there, that's the way it goes through that property anyway. So just basically, there is a storm drain right in the middle of the easement, the existing right of way that's there now. I guess when the engineer designed that, where the storm drain was put really wasn't much thought where the driveway, where the right of way was going to be. And you got a big issue with that storm drain right there. The cost of replacing that storm drain is gonna be substantial. When it comes to replacing that storm drain, moving it to the other side, just basically took that out of place. And if you move that storm drain from one side of the road to the other, you still gonna have, you're gonna always have water standing there because you're moving that storm drain up the hill either way.
and what we're doing tonight is accepting the recommendation of the planning commission and then moving forward with a public hearing. Anything? You good? Good. Any questions? Time to ask.
I just, yeah, I
Okay.
just,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, so I have a motion, second. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
You opposed?
I oppose.
I'm sorry, Marcus. Are you? Okay, all right. I'm sorry, I just didn't hear you. All right. Ayes have it, motion carries. All right, item 11.
Public hearing regarding amending the zoning ordinance to add section 24-612 murals to chapter 24 zoning, article 8 supplemental regulations.
All right, do I have a motion?
You don't need a motion.
So
You
I'm
open the
sorry,
public
I'm sorry,
hearing.
I looked at the wrong one. I was looking at 12. Put my glasses on, it would help. So we had no action taken on that.
You have to open the public hearing and ask for comments.
I'll get it right in a minute. Here I am. Okay, here I am. I'm back on track now. All right, and now open public hearing concerning the murals. Anyone like to address the council? Seeing no one come forward, we'll move on to item 12. Close this hearing.
Consideration of ordinance number O-667-25 that adds section 24-612 murals to chapter 24 zoning, article 8 supplemental regulations of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Jacksonville, Alabama, first reading.
First reading, there'll be no action taken on that. That's the first reading. We'll have the next reading at the next meeting. Moving to item 13.
Consideration of resolution number R-2245-25 imposing a moratorium on bring your own beer, BYOB, and/or brown bag events, gatherings in the City of Jacksonville, Alabama.
So moved.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion is second, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion carries. Item 14.
Consider action to authorize the mayor to sign the professional services agreement with TTL Inc. for 2024 MPDES compliance at the landfill per the attached.
All right, do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion is second, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion carries. Item 15.
Consider action to approve the Parks and Recreation Department guidelines for locker rentals per the attached, effective May 1st, 2025.
So moved. Second.
Motion and second, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion carries. Item 16.
Consider action to approve the lake rules for the public safety complex per the attached.
Do I have a motion to accept the lake rules?
Motion.
Motion, do I have a
Second.
second? Motion and second, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion carries. Item 17.
Consider action to approve the Waterworks Gas and Sewer Board list of charge-off accounts for the period August 10th, 2024 through January 10th, 2025 per the attached.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
A motion and second, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion carries. Item 18.
Consider action to approve the promotion of the following: Hunter William Sparks, Utility Equipment Operator, Range 13, effective April 29th, 2025. Joseph Paul Hunt, Utility Equipment Operator, Range 13, effective April 29th, 2025.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second. Motion and second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion carries. Item 18A.
Consider action to approve the employment of the following: Riley Bass Woodruff, part-time Public Safety Communications Officer, Range 12, effective upon compliance with ordinance number 273 due to the resignation of Madeline Lovell.
So moved.
Second.
A motion and second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion carries. Item 19.
Consider action to approve the resignation of the following: Kyle Knight, Police Officer, effective April 11th, 2025.
Do I have
So
a-
moved.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion and second, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion carries. Item 20.
Consider action to approve the demotion of the following: Matthew Savage, Police Lieutenant, Range 23, to Police Officer, Range 18, effective immediately.
So moved.
Second. Motion and second, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion carries. Consent agenda.
Item 21, purchases over $7,500. Item 22, disposition of surplus property. And item 23, boards, committees.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second. No motion and second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion carries. Item 24, this is your opportunity to address the council on any comments, any general items. If you'd like to address the council, please come to the podium, state your name and address, and make sure you sign the paperwork on the desk. Seeing no one come forward, move on to council member remarks. Anything from the council?
Thank you for being a speedy meeting.
Well, the mayor showed me up when I missed, and I was trying to.
Oh, we'll get back in your races. All right.
Of course, I messed up. All right, no comments. Did the mayor's report, did we have anyone?
I guess it's me. City of Jacksonville Farmers Market, 7 a.m. to noon on Saturdays at the Public Safety Complex, 911 Public Safety Drive Southeast. From what I hear, it's a great event, and there's lots of vendors that come. So,
lot of cool stuff.
I have
It
a
is.
question,
It is.
Chief. You know, last year, like, we had the signs that we bought that y'all used for emergency. Has anybody seen anything about getting that back out there to advertise like on Saturday morning?
Lieutenant Campbell talked to her today, so I think the plan is to have that back out before Saturday.
Thank you. I had some vendors ask me about it, and I said, well, I'm sure they're gonna do it.
They met today about it, so that they're gonna get it back out.
Good
before
deal.
Saturday.
Thank you, Chief.
Take Pride in Jacksonville update. We had over 65 resident volunteers, 4,500 pounds of paper shredded, 540 cans of paint and solvents turned in, 30 cubic yards of trash collected, and 150 pieces of electronics.
Wow.
Sounds like it was a great day.
It was a good turnout.
Jacksonville Arts Council presents Fair on the Square. Will be Saturday, May the 17th, 9 to 3 p.m. Vendors, music, food, community, and fun in the Jacksonville Square, free entry. And then we have the Gospel Fest at Jacksonville, free admission on May 17th, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Benefit for Hope and Family Services. There'll be a car show, live music, food trucks, petting zoo, arts and crafts vendors. Bring your lawn chair and stay all day. Something for everyone. And I believe that's it.
Thank you, ma'am. Excellent job.
A lot going on.
It does. It's like there's nothing going on in Jacksonville. May 17th, there's plenty going on.
Exactly.
All day long.
Is there any other business that needs to come before the council? Do you have any last statements or anything we need, Chief? We good? Okay. All right, then we'll get on to item 28.
Consider action to adjourn into an executive session under the provisions of the Code of Alabama, section 36-25A-7, to discuss matters of economic development.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion is second. Just as you know, we will not be returning, but we'll be retiring out of the executive session. So thank you all for being here and have a safe evening. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Taylor?
Yes.
Councilmember Laster?
Yes.
Councilmember Wilson?
Yes, sir.
Councilmember M. Green?
Yes. Thank you all.
Thank you.